Okay, so why do I think that I have better gear, better equipment, and I'm just more prepared than Darwin on the Trail, Frozen, or Follow Bigfoot? Well, it's because I've watched all of their videos, and thanks to those guys and them making all these videos, I feel like I'm very prepared and probably a little bit more prepared than they were for their very first through hike. So we're gonna go over my gear list for my through hike of the Appalachian Trail in 2021. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to head to Atlanta, then Springer Mountain. So let's go ahead and get started with all of my gear list. So I want to start this video off again and thank the guys that I mentioned, Follow Bigfoot, Darwin on the Trail, and Frozen for their videos that they've done. Without those guys, I would not be as prepared as I am now, and I've watched dozens and dozens of these videos. And actually, Frozen's, I think it's Journey of the Soul is the name of his through hike video. I think it's like an hour and 48 minutes. I was just glued to the screen the entire time, and it was a big reason why I decided to move forward and start my through hike was because of his videos. And I've watched Darwin on the Trail, I've watched every gear review, and I've picked up some tips along the way with some of my stuff. So it's not that I know more than those guys, it's only because I actually have a lot of idea of my gear because of them, and I am not near the hiker that they are. Now, I have not done a through hike yet, so I am just a wannabe, just like everyone else that's probably watching this video. But I have done some hikes, and this video I'm not really going to discuss my life story or anything like that. We're just going to focus on the gear that I am going to be going my through hike with. I will be making a video starting tomorrow, because tomorrow I take off for Springer Mountain and started, or actually Amicalola Falls is where I'm actually starting at to do my through hike. But we're gonna go gear now, and then we're gonna be doing other videos in the future if you guys are interested. Now, so let's talk about the big three items that I'm gonna be packing. The big three being sleep system, backpack, and tent. So we'll start off with backpacks. I think it's probably the thing that I probably researched the most. So I decided to go with the Gossamer gear Mariposa 60 liter. I was looking for a pack around 2 pounds or lighter. That was still a big pack because I'm a big eater. I like to eat a lot. So I'm going to be carrying probably a little bit more food than most people do. And I also wanted, obviously, staying in at ultralight, and I'm big about the hip pockets and still having a very comfortable straps. For me, the Mariposa 60 liter fit a lot of those. And guys, if you are about to do a through hike, or you're about to do some long section hikes and you've never been fitted for a pack, my first several big hikes that I've done, I was not fitted for a pack. I just wore whatever. I've been carrying that thing just to practice for 30, 35 pounds, which is like the max that it can carry. And it feels like it's hardly on my body compared to the things I carried in the past. A, my packs were heavier, and two, it wasn't fitted right. So that's something I highly recommend. So I'm trying not to kill my knees here. Next is my tent. I decided to go with the Nemo Hornet 2-person or 2P tent. I wanted a tent about 2 pounds. I wanted a freestanding tent. Just because I wanted a little bit more support. I wanted double wall, that way I wouldn't get soaking wet, and it'd be 2 pounds or less, and that fit all of the here. I put it up a few times in some pretty bad rainstorms, and it hasn't leaked yet, and it's very easy to put together. Next, for my sleeping system, I decided to go with a little bit heavier sleeping pad. I'm someone who needs a little bit thicker sleeping pad, so I decided to go with the Nemo Flyer. Now I know this isn't the most popular Nemo product. It was recommended by a friend. Still weighs, say, 28 ounces. It's a little bit over 1.5 pounds, which is heavy for a sleeping mat, I know. But it's self-inflating, and yes, it takes up a lot of pack, but usually I don't have a whole lot of stuff to pack, and it's really, really comfortable. So, and this is a regular wide. I'm about 5'10", 210, or 200 pounds, so I wanted a little bit bigger sleeping pad because I like having comfortable sleeping pads. This is I decided to go with the Enlighten equipment. I can't remember what brand it is. I'll put it up on the screen. Quilt that I got, but I got down to 20 degrees. I went out. The coldest it's been that I've tested this is in 40 degrees, but 40 degrees, it was still really, really warm. I actually had to open up my tent to get some airflow in it, so I'm really happy about how warm this is. This is the first time I've actually used a quilt versus a regular sleeping bag, and I'm very impressed with the Enlighten equipment quilt so far. And I can fit this into a dry sack along with my down jacket, or my puffy I'll go to in detail about in a minute. That's my sleeping system. So my pack weighs about 2 pounds, my tent weighs about 2 pounds, and then my pad and then my quilt together I think weighs about 3.5. So this part of my system is obviously way lighter than what I had and what I've been hiking with in the past, and really, really happy with that so far. So that's my big 3. So I'm gonna go kind of move forward with my other equipment that I have here. So I'm actually gonna start off with hiking boots. These are very, very light. These are Merrill's. I've had these boots for about 6 months. I don't wanna break in a pair of trail runners prior to the hike. I've hiked the top of Volcano in Colombia where I've been all winter in these up to 17,100 feet. It was a pretty great trip. And these have held up really well. They are slightly waterproof, but they still breathe pretty well. They're not waterproof. And I do plan on buying a pair of mid-height trail runners whenever these run out. But I do want to get those in while I can, and I know my feet are not going to get blistered right off the bat in new shoes. Thanks to Frozen, I know Darwin talks about these a lot. I did not get the Dirty Girl Gators, but I did get Gators. This is another brand I got from REI. Have been wearing them, and Gators are a huge bonus. Now I know why people wear them, and I wish I would have bought some years ago. For my camp shoes, these are Croc wannabes. I bought these. Like I said, I've been living in Colombia all winter. I bought these for like $2 in Colombia, and they are way lighter than Crocs even. I would say these are probably the lightest shoes I've ever felt. And I bought these way before I was going to do a hiking trip, so this kind of worked out. We're going to go ahead and keep going up here. I got a pack towel. This is again something that I saw on Frozen's channel that he really recommended doing a pack towel. I've never taken one, but now I know why. It's great to wipe down your legs, check for ticks, and I know that Chris Cage has talked about this a lot too. He was talking about when he shaved his legs on the Joe Rogan podcast. Also sleep system, I'm bringing a pillow. This was one I've had for a long time. It's just a blow-up pillow or an inflatable pillow. I think it weighs about 3 to 4 ounces. I was gonna buy I think it's the Summit to Sea or Sea to Summit, has a really, really light pillow, but I already have this one. I just took off the outer shell and it still probably weighs 3 or 4 ounces. It's really light. My bear bag, my bear hanging system that I have here, or my food bag hanging system for bears I have here. I just picked that up at just a local place. One of my things that I really am going to take, and a lot of people, it's a luxury item, so to speak, is baby wipes. I know that I'm not going to be showering. I'm not going to be wearing deodorant. Again, this is something I picked up on the channels. I've taken deodorant in the past when I've hiked, but I am not taking it now. But I do like to stay hygienic, and I know this weighs a little bit, but for me, having some antibacterial wet wipes with me makes pooping and cleaning myself off in between showers. We actually called it a horse bath in the Navy. I didn't come up with that. It was just what we called it, and I've always had baby wipes with me because of that, because I've had to do that in the military. I'm going with a little bit bigger trowel than most people. Again, this costs like $6. I know you can buy ones that weigh an ounce for about $20, $25. I figure like I'll pick one up on the trail and someone hopefully leaves one in a box, and just switch that out, because I think this is 3 ounces and we can cut some little bit of weight off there. Headlamp. Again, I have a little bit heavier headlamp, and this takes 3 AAA batteries. I know Frozen would recommended getting a rechargeable, and I really like the Black Diamond headlamps, but I already had this one. It's a really good headlamp, and I'll just wear it until it goes out. For gloves, I just went with a really light pair of fleece gloves. My hands stay pretty hot, so I really don't need gloves all that much. But I am going to bring these, and I do have some really good waterproof gloves, but again, I got this from Frozen. I remember him talking about he would rather have taken some dish gloves. I've actually went out with these a few times and hiked with them. Yeah, your hands do get sweaty, but they're great where you do not get any runoff in your rain jacket in these. So I'm going to take these out and try it out on the trail, and if I have to switch it out, I have to. I want squeeze for my water filtration. A lot of people go with these, not a whole lot to say, but I'm going to be matching it with some smart water bottles. titanium spoon. And I'm taking, this is a tripod and selfie stick. I'm really light on electronics and stuff. I do have I went with I can't remember the name, Zenjor. I know it's not the most popular battery banks, but these do Thru charging, which is what I wanted. It was 10,000 milliamps. Kind of is my necessities bag. I got headphones in there too, some chargers, super glue, small Bic lighter, some cash, small pocket knife, a couple extra batteries, and some 550 cord. Now I do suffer from gout. It's an arthritic disease I have. So I have to take a lot more medication than some people do. So I have a medication bag. All this will be going in a dry sack. And then here's my hygiene. I have just toothbrush, this is the travel stuff. And I do got a comb for my beard, a really tiny small comb, because I will be growing my beard out. Now, this is the bug spray that I'm going to be taking. This is made by a friend of mine. So it actually has Picardin versus DEET. I've used this a lot in the past. It smells great. And I'm going to try it out on the trail and see how it goes. But I'm excited about seeing how well this works, because this is the only bug spray I use, because it doesn't make me, have all the oily stuff like DEET does, and it's not dangerous for your skin. So it's kind of a new product out. Some nut butter. I was recommended this just because it's only 2 ounces and it's supposed to really help out a lot with chafing. Now, hiking poles or trekking poles. I decided to go with the Black Diamond Trail Ergo is the ones that we're going to go with. I really like them. They're very comfortable to use. I got some dry sacks. I got some cheap ones from Walmart. I think I paid $10 for 3 of them. And then I got some Sea to Summit dry sacks as well. For my down jacket, I decided to go with the Lightened Equipment Tour jacket, or the Apex Tour. This actually was recommended by Darwin on the trail. I know he wears this jacket, and I kind of wish that I would have, it sucks I couldn't try one on before I bought it. I bought a large, and I'm still fine with the large, but I know I'm gonna lose some weight. I kind of wish I'd have bought a medium, but we'll see. We'll see how it works on the trail, and if I need to switch it out, I will, but so far it's good. Now for clothing attire, again, recommended by Frozen. I got a black buff here. It's just a lightweight, not heavyweight. I'm going to be taking, this is like a fishing shirt. My company, Digital Roofing Innovations, we're the best roofing and exterior restoration channel on YouTube. So if you haven't seen us, I got a link in the description section of my YouTube channel, Digital Roofing Innovations. And I'll be taking this. I love this shirt. It's lightweight, and I can do free advertising for my company on there. So that works out pretty well. And I got a great business partner that's allowed me to go walk the Appalachian Trail for the next 6 months. And it's pretty cool that he's actually doing that. So give us some support, please. For my under or my base layers, I have this. I decided to go with this. This is just a kind of an insulated long sleeve. I use this when I play golf. Just an insulated long sleeve shirt and some insulated long pants. I'm not taking pants with me. I'm going with running shorts. So I'm going with this shirt over the fleece just because I think it's a little bit warmer and a little less bulky than a fleece. Clothes though, I'm not going with a lot. I got 2 pairs of these Nike underwear that I like to wear. These prevent chafing, and it's something that I hate chafing. I always get chafing in my inner thighs, and these prevent that. For my shorts, I just have these pair of Russell running shorts. I think they're 6 inseam. I've had these for a while. They're really, really light. They dry really quickly, and I will be wearing them on the trail. I think they're like $10 at Walmart, and these are awesome, awesome running shorts. For my shirt that I'm gonna be wearing, I just got this little blue. I don't even know where I got this. I think I got this for Christmas one year. Anyway, the chicks say I look pretty good in it. Brings out my eyes, and so, but it's really, really lightweight, and I've worn it before, and it's not a very stinky shirt, so maybe it has some antibacterial. I don't even know what the name brand is, but I like it. For socks, I decided to go with Darn Tough socks. I'm really excited about wearing these on the trail because I've worn these. I don't get blisters all on my feet. I'm kind of lucky with that, but I found these to be really, really, really great socks. And quite frankly, I think that they're going to do awesome on the trail. So I got 2 pairs of those, and then I have this was actually issued by the Army. I used to be in the Navy though. My ACU rain jacket. Yes, I know it's not the lightest rain jacket in the world, but I already owned it. And I've been in driving rainstorms this thing in the past and it not had any water get through it whatsoever. So I wanted to go with the hard shell rain jacket. And the last thing is my camp clothes, just really, really lightweight, Under Armour, heat gear shirt, and like the loose fitting one, and then some like stretchy pants and some fresh socks, just some low cut socks. So anyway, that's what I'm taking on the trail with me. I'm gonna do a separate video on the meals that I'm gonna be packing out. But if you got any questions or any comments on what you think of my setup here, if not, wish me luck and see you out on the trail.